Tiffany, welcome back to my cabinet. How have you been? I've missed you so much. It's been ages, it feels, right? It's been like a long time. I'm so excited though for today because we're going to talk about the books that I'm unhauling, the books that I'm getting rid of. It's been a full year since I did an unhaul video, and I have 20, 30 something books, and we're going to talk about them. We're going to talk about why I'm getting rid of them, why they no longer bring me joy. I honestly cannot, for the life of me, believe that it's been over a year since I did my last book unhaul. Isn't that crazy? Time flies when you're a piece of shit. There's something really important that I need to discuss with you, and that is today's sponsor, Book of the Month. Book of the Month, in case you don't know, is a bookish monthly subscription box where the people at Book of the Month, the fancy people, they curate books, right? And then you choose one and they send it to you for less than the cover price. It's a great little thing to get like a new release real fast, real cheap, real easy. In September, they have crazy picks. Like I actually really struggled choosing which books I wanted, but the books I did choose, I'm so happy with. I cannot wait to read them. First of all, I have Discontent. This is by Beatrice Serrano. This book sounds hog freaking wild. This is about a woman who seemingly lives like the perfect life. From the outside looking in, you're envious, you're jealous, you're green. But actually, this woman, whose name is Marissa, she is not doing great. She does a bunch of drugs. She really struggles, I think, with her mental health. She's really spiraling. However, Marissa is able to keep up this facade with her coworkers, with her friends, with her family, with everybody, until she goes on a work trip. You know, with all of her annoying bosses, her stupid subordinates, and all these people, the facade starts to slip. And I kind of feel as though Marissa is going to have a full mental break. I love books about people just losing it, just going absolutely bonkers. This is a book you could get from Book of the Month. You could live your dreams with this. I also picked from Book of the Month, Play Nice by Rachel Harrison. This is about a woman named Claire. I tried to do an Australian accent and it didn't come out as an Australian accent. Claire. This is about Cleo. Cleo had a regular life, except for the fact that she lived in a haunted house. And Claire, by the way, also is an influencer. She's just like me, for real. As a child, the house that she lived in was possessed. Claire doesn't really think that it was, but her mom, Alex, did and does and do. Alex, her mom, was like, this place is so creepy and haunted and possessed by a demon. But then the judge and their dad and the courts were like, nar, Claire, you're going to live with your dad. Present day, Claire's mother, Alex, has died. And so Claire and her sisters are going back to the house, and Claire, I'm getting so annoyed with myself. I'm so sorry. Cleo sees this as an opportunity to make content, to be like, oh my God, house makeover, blah, blah, blah. But when they get there and as the days pass and as things begin to happen, Cleo starts to realize that maybe her mom wasn't cuckoo crazy banana pants. Tiffany, if you're interested in getting a Book of the Month book, it's literally the best time to do it because first of all, it's cheap. It's easy, and the perks are perking. First of all, each book is covered by the reader's guarantee. So let's say you get a book from Book of the Month, you don't vibe with it, you don't like it, Book of the Month will send you another book for nothing, for free. Not only that, but your reading is rewarded. After your third box, you start saving money, or even more money with Book of the Month. Plus you get extra little bonuses, little perks. And I think the most important thing for me is you can fully just pause or skip a month. If you see the Book of the Month picks for a month and you're like, none of these speak to me in my soul, you can just click pause. What's crazy about Book of the Month is you can get your first Book of the Month book for just $5. Plus you'll also get a hat. I've said this before, and I think I said it actually the last time Book of the Month sponsored me. Love you, Book of the Month. Thank you so much. I don't look good on a hat. I don't look good in a baseball hat. I don't think I look good in hats in general. I think my head is too weirdly shaped. You know what I mean? This one specifically says well read. And honestly, I got this one because it matches a sweater that I have. I don't look good in a hat, so take it with a grain of salt. But if you sign up with Book of the Month, you can get your first book for $5 using code JACKET. Plus you'll get a free hat. Click the link in my description, sign up for Book of the Month, get your first Book of the Month book for $5 using code JACKET, and also receive a free freaking hat. Click the link in the description, get your first book for $5 using code JACKET, and get a free hat. Really wish I could pull this off, and I really can't. and it just hurts. Thank you so much to Book of the Month for sponsoring today's video. Let's begin with some horror books that I'm getting rid of. Kind of makes me sad a little bit because these are semi-new releases and I did pay full price for them because I'm, say it with me, stupid. First of all though, I'm actually going to get rid of this copy of It by Stephen King. I already own a beautiful, gorgeous, original hardcover. I don't know why I kept this, why I have it. It's a paperback. I'm never going to read this specific edition of it. Like, why? I'm starting to question as to like why I have 2 or 3 copies of like the same books. For some, it's because I like really like the book and I want like the UK edition, the US edition. But in a case like this where I already have like a better, more beautiful copy of the book, plus also a mass market paperback of the book. Like I have 3 copies of this book. Why do I need this? I don't. So I'm getting rid of it. I'm not going to get rid of this book until the end of the year because I think I'm going to talk about it in my end of the year content. That is The Unworthy by Agustina Bastarrica. Did not really care for this. Like it was fine. It was like whatever. There's no way that I'm ever going to reread it or even think about rereading it. And it's not even one of those things too where I could just like keep it on my shelves and be like, fond memory. No, Augustina, this was kind of a bummer. Not even just like a bummer, but like a gay bummer, which is like worse. I wouldn't recommend this, honestly. Like if you're thinking about buying it or reading it, skip it. I wouldn't waste your time. Unless you really, really like that kind of like religion horror, like culty kind of horror, like maybe then give it a try. I just bought this like a few months ago. This is Eat the Ones You Love by Sarah Maria Griffin. Sarah. How dare you? How dare you? I read this with Kayla and Gabby, who are gorgeous, beautiful girls. Each of us was kind of underwhelmed by it. I read it for Kayla's book club. I didn't really care for this. Like I wanted so badly to love it. And I kind of thought I would. Like the first half of the book had me fully thinking this is like a 6-star book. And then the last half of the book lost me completely. I was like, where are we going? What are we doing? What is all of this for? Plus it was kind of a comp het situation, which like I didn't love. Beautiful writing. Gorgeous writing. And I will pick up more from Sarah in the future, but I'm not keeping this. Once again, I'm not going to look at it fondly. I'm not going to sit here staring at my shelves, stroking it tenderly, reminiscing. I'm not. I really thought about keeping this book because I really wanted to sort of have a full collection. There's no way. I don't like it. It was, that is Bury Your Gaze by Chuck Tingle. I honestly would love to hear from anybody who really likes this book. I know that there are people who really, really like this and I want to be you. Let's trade spaces. Let's Freaky Friday this shit, okay? Because I wanted to love this and I really didn't. I was honestly bored reading this. I didn't really like the main character. Didn't really care about what was going on. I did think that like the monsters were cool. But other than that, this for me was just like a solid 3, maybe like a 2.5. I'm not living, laughing, loving. I will check out Chuck's new book, however, Lucky Day, because I have high hopes for that one. Bury Your Gaze, a letdown. Bury this gay. I don't want to be here anymore. I'm also going to get rid of The Husband. I haven't read this yet, but I lent it to my friend and she read it and she did not like it. I thought the book was going to be like kind of funny, kind of hee-hee, tongue-in-cheek kind of moment. So did my friend. That's why she borrowed it. But then when she read it, she was like, it's not that vibe. So the fact that it's not like a ha-ha, hee-hee, like this is funny kind of book, I don't think I'm going to keep it. Let me know in the comments, please, if you've read this and like what the vibe was. This book is covered in dust because it's been sitting on the floor for months because I haven't done this video. I have The Paris Apartment. I love Lucy Foley. I don't think I'm going to keep this because when I think back on my experience reading it, I don't think it was really that special. It kind of felt like every one of her other books, which I don't think is a bad thing. I think that some authors have like a formula. They like to stick to that formula and it works for them, you know? I think Lucy Foley is one of those people where every one of her books is kind of the same book in a way. There's no reason for me to keep this. So I'm going to get rid of it. The Sarah J. Maas books, I think, have to go. I think legally, ethically, I have to get rid of them. I don't want them. I did have a whole phase of reading Sarah J. Maas's books. And listen, I liked them. You can go back and watch those videos. I think I vlogged the first 3 of ACOTAR. I stopped at 3. And I'm honestly never going back. I'm never going to finish them. I also read the first 2 of the fucking other ones. You know what I mean. You know what I'm talking about. I read those ones. They're fine as well. They're good. Some of the discussions around Sarah J. Maas and her support of certain things and like the way that people question her ethicalities I don't know. It just gives me a bad vibe. If you want to support Sarah J. Maas, if you want to buy her books, I don't really care. But for me, honestly, I'm not going to. So I'm going to get rid of these. I have no use for them. I'm never going to finish the series. I'm never going to reread them. I think also, honestly, the whole like romantasy thing in me, I'm over it. I haven't even read that much romantasy and I'm over it. Sarah J. Maas will do just fine without me. Thank you so much. I will also be excavating The Night of the Baba Yaga. I did include this in my worst of. Never unhauled it. But I am now. I hated this. I really, really hated this. And what also grinds my asshole is I paid full price for it, which I think was like $39, $36.95 Canadian for this teeny tiny book that was actually just garbage. No. I fucking hate it. Unfortunately as well, I'm also going to get rid of I Can't Spell Treason Without T, even though it kind of makes me sad because my friend did gift this to me. And I hate getting rid of books that are gifts from people, but that friend also read this book and was also underwhelmed with it. I can only really say, and this is just my opinion, no hate towards anybody who actually likes it. For me, it was just boring. For me, I didn't care. I was like, why should I give a flying fuck? At no point was that ever explained to me as to why I should care. I also don't think I'm going to read any other things from the author, just because that's how absolutely bored I was reading it. It was so mind-numbing that I'm kind of turned off by the author now. Let me know if you have recommendations for that author. It's like if you think I should pick up something else from them, or if you think I should just like steer clear. Let me know what you think. I also have these YA books. This series by Marissa Meyer. My friend gave me these books because she really likes them. And she said that it was similar to Sailor Moon, like it has a Sailor Moon vibe. That's really what sold me on it. I do remember when this was popular on BookTube. I was around back then. I was a watcher of BookTube at that point. I was there at the beginning, but at no point did I pick this up. As a fully grown adult now, I don't think I'll ever really pick them up. I have quite a bit of romance that I'm getting rid of. All of it is, I think, straight romance, mostly because I'm just done with straight people. First of all, I have The Love Hypothesis. This is by Ali Hazelwood. I think I was on stream with my patrons and I was going through my books and I was like, should I keep this? And most of them were like, no. It's not worth it. The hype isn't real. I'm gonna get rid of this, even though it's so hyped up, even though everybody and their mom loves this. Because isn't this the book that made Ali Hazelwood like a household name? Isn't this the one? Either way, getting rid of it. I don't think I'm ever gonna read it. The Royal Next Door. This is like a straight romance between like a girl who I think is house sitting and she falls in love with like a bodyguard who's the bodyguard of like a prince. I don't know. I bought it because it was a bodyguard romance, but I never read it and I don't think I ever will. The cover is very cute though. Also, I'm never gonna read this. I bought it because the cover was cute. How to Love Your Neighbor. No, thank you. I've seen men and women date, do things together romantically too much. I think I need to go in like the opposite direction fully. Like I need to like purge a little bit, you know, because it feels like too much, you know? It's just like they're always like putting it in our faces. Do you get it? I'm like saying that because that's what straight people will say sometimes. Homophobic straight people. You get it. More romance. And I'm very happy to be getting rid of these because nobody on earth should own these books. These books should be in a fire pit the size of Mount Doom. Talking about Colleen Hoover. I have 3 of her books. I have 4. I don't know where the 4th one is though. Anyway, I have It Ends With Us, which I have read, unfortunately. And then I also have It Starts With Us. I have not read this. I never fucking will. Colleen Hoover can suck on my balls. Like, never again. Not gonna do it. Even for content. Even for content, I'm never gonna do it. It's not worth it because the amount of times that I've read Colleen Hoover and then immediately just like went into the darkest, blackest hole of depression is not okay. Colleen, you owe me money for those fucking therapy bills. You owe me compensation for the emotional turmoil that I had to go through after reading your dog shit books. Pay me. I think this is the only gay romance book. The gays can flop too. This is Fake Dates and Mooncakes. I did try reading this. Not good. It's too insta-lovey. It's too little chemistry. It's also wildly unbelievable. I can believe almost anything, but this, I can't. Here's the other Colleen Hoover book. This is November 9th. I have no idea what this is about. I'm never gonna know. I'm never gonna know what this is about. I feel really good about that. Fuck you, Colleen. Getting rid of these books because Neil Gaiman is a fucking monster. Okay, can I be honest? Can I be honest? Can I be controversial but brave? Looking at these books, like looking at Neil Gaiman's books, I feel itchy. I feel like slimy. I feel gross. Like when I'm in the bookstore and I'm in the fantasy section and there's like the whole like Neil Gaiman section, I feel bad. I feel gross. I feel like, ew, why do we still have these here? I kind of feel the same way actually when I look at the Harry Potter sections. I'm like, why are we still putting these things for sale? Getting rid of these because Neil Gaiman is a fucking monster and I hate him. Fucking waste of time, waste of money, waste of fucking life. We have a sapphic romance that I'm getting rid of. The sapphics can flop as well. Although actually this wasn't a flop. It just wasn't my favorite. I have Don't Want You Like a Best Friend. This is a really cute book, but not cute enough for me to ever go back to it and read it. Like it was fun, it was cute. I really love the cover, but I'm never going to read it again, so I'm going to get rid of it and hope somebody else can enjoy it. Also, I'm getting rid of my Ice Planet Barbarian books. Unfortunately, I know you're so sad. You're absolutely devastated that I'm not keeping these books. I have the first 3 because I'm a psycho. I have honestly read the first one. Really liked the first one. Like really liked it. I started reading the second book, never finished it. Kind of thought it was kind of boring. And I also, for some reason, bought the third book thinking that one day I would read the whole series. It's never going to happen. I'm never going to read this series. And I don't think I'm ever going to revisit the first book. And if I ever do, I'll just listen to the audiobook. I'm going to get rid of these. I feel really bad about this. I had a party and it was like a book exchange kind of thing. Or you know what it was? Yeah, it was Christmas party and it was a white elephant. And I told everybody like the theme is books. Bring your favorite books. One of my friends, however, did not get that memo. Like she didn't get the memo that it had to be a book that she read and liked. So she brought this weirdo fucking book, which is a surrealist cult cookery book created by Dolly, who I think is an artist. I'm honestly I'm dumb. I don't know who these people are. It's the weirdest book and looking at it makes me sick. And I know you think I'm being hyperbolic. I'm not. I don't like it. And nobody else wanted it. And me as the host, I was like, okay, I'm going to take it. So it's a cookbook. It's got recipes in it. But the artwork that's along with the food is grotesque. And I don't like it. I'm never going to make anything from this cookbook. I never want to look at this cookbook. I mean, and listen, it is in some ways beautiful, but it's not for me. It is absolutely not for me. Also this, absolutely not for me. I'm going to get rid of it. I'm honestly, I think, going to contact that friend and see if she just like wants it back. Because she did pay money for it. She bought it new. And like, I get where she was coming from. She wanted to be like, oh, I'm going to like, force this on somebody. But that wasn't the vibe. So yeah, getting rid of this. Another romance book that I forgot to mention is The Hating Game. This also was another book that I asked my patrons on like a live stream, like if I should keep it. And they were like, no, don't do it. And I was like, thanks. So bye. See ya. I've had this book simply for so long that there's no reason for me to keep it. This is The Descendant of the Crane by Joan He. I bought this like immediately when it came out years ago. Wanted to read it. Needed to read it. Never fucking did. I tried once. Never finished it. Never gonna read this. It is a beautiful book, but I need to be honest. I need to be realistic with myself. This is Valley of the Dolls by Jacqueline Susan. I actually didn't know what this is about until recently. I bought it because I had heard the Marina and the Diamond song called Valley of the Dolls. I'm a dumbass. I bought it because of the aesthetics. Apparently it's not about that at all. Like it doesn't seem like a fun book to read. I don't think I'm ever gonna read it. I've like unhauled and rehauled this book 2 or 3 times. This is Disappearance at Devil's Rock by Paul Tremblay. I think I tried reading this once, couldn't get through it, wasn't a huge fan. And so I unhauled it, but then I rebought it, I think secondhand, because I was like, I'll give it another try. Or my thinking was I needed to be like a completionist and have like as many Paul Tremblay books as possible. But I'm not really in it for that anymore. Like that's not the game I'm playing anymore. I'm gonna get rid of this because I don't see myself ever reading it. There's too many books and I have too little fucking time, my guy. I'm also gonna get rid of The Winter Sister. This is by Megan Collins. This is another book that I've owned for so long, for years. Never even thought about reading it. Haven't like literally never picked it up even. Never even opened the book. Sorry, Megan. I'm going to talk about a few manga just because they're in the pile and like I kind of think it's funny. So as a teenager, I loved these books, these manga, and maybe you'll understand why. Maybe you'll understand why. We have Battle Vixens. I have volumes 1, 2, and 3. Tiffany, you're looking at these covers and you're like, huh, something is going on. You ever like look back on your life and think like, how did I not see the fucking blaring red lights? I loved this manga, and I'm not even gonna lie to you, Tiffany. I loved this manga because it was like naked girls fighting, and I thought I was a heterosexual woman until like I was in my early fucking 30s, Tiffany. I'm telling you right now, if you look at women and think, yeah, that's beautiful, gorgeous, you might be fucking gay. Just you might be gay. And maybe that's obvious, but for me it wasn't. It's crazy to me that as a teenager, I was reading this manga and like trying to convince myself that it was like for the plot. It's not. Because honestly, also didn't understand the plot. Did not understand the plot even a little bit. I had and still have no idea what this manga is about. Anyway, I just thought I should share because I do think it's hilarious. I'm also going to get rid of this volume of In the Clear Moonlit Dusk. This is volume 5, only because I bought 2 copies by accident. So this is just like a double copy. So I'm getting rid of it. Speaking of double copies, I also am going to get rid of Blood on the Tracks, volume 12. I bought 2 copies of this as well because I'm dumb. I found a few more romance books that I'm getting rid of. We have Weather Girl. I could not tell you what this is about. I'm going to get rid of this because it doesn't seem special even a little bit, and I have no interest. I did try reading this. This is The Stand-In by Lily Chu. I bought this because I fucking love the cover. The cover is just so iconic. However, the book itself is not as good as the cover, which is like such a bummer. This is also a bodyguard romance, and as much as I wanted to, couldn't get into it. I think I did get pretty far. I got at least 100 pages in, maybe more. Not for me, sorry. I am also gonna get rid of this book, To Paradise by Hanya Yanagihara. I did buy this when it came out, and I was really excited about it because I am part of the population that did enjoy A Little Life by Hanya. Even though looking back on it, it does seem kind of like torture porn. I was really excited about this, but then I literally never heard anything about it. I've never heard anybody say anything about this. Like it came out and then silence. And I honestly don't think I'm going to read it. The cover though is absolutely gorgeous. Creep by Jennifer Hillier. No thank you. This was weird. This was not fun. No thank you. I tried reading Bloodline by Jess Laurie because I've honestly been looking forward to this book for forever. I've had it for years and always like really anticipated reading it. When I finally did get around to reading it or start reading it, kind of boring. Kind of felt like every other book that's like it, where it's like, woman is in strange town and people are weird. Something else is going on. Like it, nah. I'm going to get rid of Stillhouse Lake, and I think also the sequel. The sequel is Killman Creek. I think this is like a 5 or 4 book series. I did enjoy the first one, but it was one of those books where you enjoy it, but then once you actually think about it, you're like, wait a minute. Many things are off about this. Once you actually think about the plot, you're like, hold on a minute. I'm never going to continue on with it. So I'm going to get rid of both of them. RIP to the author though. One of my viewers gifted this to me. This is Chop Shop by Andrew Post. I don't think I'm ever going to read this. I really appreciate, I think it was Ali actually who sent it to me. I really appreciate the gift, the kind gesture, but unfortunately I don't think this is going to be for me. So I think I'm going to pass it up. I'm going to let somebody else love it. Sorry. I missed 2 of the Marissa Meyer books. So these are them. They're going. Say bye. I'm not actually sure what the series is called, but these are by Dot Hutchinson. The Summer Children. This is The Vanishing Season. These are part of a series. I read the first 2 books. Love the first book. The Butterfly Garden. Gorgeous. The second book, absolute dog shit ass. The second book is the dirty ass of a dog. I'm not even, it's bad. It's not good. I literally rage read that book. I kept reading it because I was so angry. It's been years, like 2 or 3 years, and I'm never going to finish it. So I'm getting rid of the 3rd and 4th book. I will be keeping the first book. Also from Dot Hutchinson is Deadly Waters. You know when you look at a book and you just like feel absolutely nothing. There's no enjoyment. There's no disdain. There's no happiness. Nothing. That's me with this book. Why do I care? We have a few more horror books. Unfortunately, I think I'm going to get rid of The Haunting of Alejandra by V. Castro. I started reading this a while ago, like a few months ago. Did not like it. Could not relate to the main character. And not even just because like she lives a vastly different life from me, but because there was something a little bit off. There was something missing, I felt. And I don't see myself ever going back to it to try to finish it. This book pisses me off. I was so excited for it. Literally waited months, okay? When it finally came out, when I was finally like, yes, this is my moment to enjoy this book because I've heard about it so much and it looks so fun. The plot seems like exactly the kind of thing that I would be really into. And then just for it to like literally take a massive fucking dump on me and everyone, it's rude. This is Mask of Flies by Matthew Lyons. I've read another one of Matthew's books. Also thought that one was like whatever, but this I was really excited for. The premise is so good. And then the execution is just absolute, it's just a fart in the wind. I honestly never finished it. I got maybe 20% in. I think I asked my patrons or asked somebody like, should I continue? And they were like, don't do it. And so I DNF'd it. I never finished it and I never will because I don't want to. I have these 3 books, which are all part of the same series by T.L. Huchu. I started the first book, which is The Library of the Dead. I got that far into it, never went back to it, and I don't think I ever will. It was one of those things where I was reading it, but I was really forcing myself to read it because I thought I'm already this far in, I might as well finish it. But then when I did like stop reading it, I was like, I'm never going back. And I did buy the first 3 of the books in the series. A lot of these books are like DNFs. I'm just realizing that. But I also have It Will Only Hurt for a Moment by Delilah S. Dawson. This was boring. I did not care. Why should I continue it? No. This book is also from my 2024 worst of. Never got rid of it. Obviously, she's going. I hate her. Goodbye. Tiffany, you know that you have a problem when you buy the second book, but then never buy the first book. I bought the second book in the Green Bone Saga, thinking I would one day buy the first book. I never did. So I'm getting rid of it. Why? For what? I also literally have no idea what this series is about. Speaking again of DNFs, I have The House Witch and also its sequel, The House Witch. Listen, I bought these mainly because the covers are absolutely stunning, stunnerellas, okay? But the plot, the book itself, is absolutely so boring. I'm not interested. I tried, okay? I got that far in. That's pretty far. And it's so boring. With also the most boring romance. Ooh, no. Let me know in the comments if you think I should keep this. This is Killers of a Certain Age by Deanna Rayborn. Let me know what you think. I don't remember if I've heard good things or not, but I feel as though I know somebody who did read this and they didn't like it. Either way, let me know what you think, if I should keep this or not. It might be crazy for me to get rid of this because everybody loves it, but I also, once again, I don't see myself reading this. This is Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ng. I remember back in the day, Celeste Ng was everything on BookTube. People loved that bitch on BookTube. Maybe they still do actually, which is why I have this book because it's so hyped up, but I don't see myself reading it. I'm honestly not very much into literary drama fiction, at least not so much anymore. I used to be. Speaking of book of the month, we have Bittersweet, which is a book that I got from Book of the Month. It's about how sorrow and longing can make us whole. I don't think I'm ever going to read this. I'm also not really like a nonfiction kind of girl. I want to read books about feminism, etc. So that's more of the type of nonfiction that I would be gravitating towards and not so much, I guess, self-help. I'm also going to get rid of The Book Eaters. I was going to keep this, but then I heard not so great things about it. So I think I am going to get rid of it. The premise is so good though, and that's why I bought it. But then upon hearing the bad things, I didn't want to keep it. I also have You Love Me by Carolyn Kepnes. This is a You novel. I've read the first one, love the first one. Read the second, I read most of the second one, didn't finish it. I think this is the third one. I'm not going to continue on with it just because the second book was so floppy. Not like floppy, but it was like a flop. I didn't like it. So I honestly don't know why I bought the third book when I didn't finish the second book and I didn't really like the second book. Like, why? This book was recommended to me from an old BookTube friend. Her name was Kat. I don't know if she's still making BookTube videos actually, but she recommended this to me. She said that it was like the best book she'd read that year or something. She really, really liked it. I bought it, but I never read it. Maybe I should have, I don't know. But that is The Reckless Oath We Made. This is by Bryn Greenwood. Let me know in the comments, please, if you've read this, what you thought of it, if I should keep it. Again, it's one of those books that's kind of like literary fiction, maybe like drama, maybe like a little bit like a mystery. That's not really my vibe right now. So I think I'm gonna get rid of it. Let me know what you think. The last book that I'm going to talk about in this video, the last book we're going to get rid of is the Heather. Where the fuck did Heather come from? This is So Thirsty by Rachel Harrison. I did not enjoy this. I'm sorry. I was going to call her Heather again. I'm sorry, Rachel. I wasn't a fan. Honestly, it was too romancy. It was less horror suspense mystery and more like, oh no, I fell in love with an immortal vampire, which is not why I would buy a book like this. No. Beautiful cover. Tiffany, my friends, my family, my familia. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I'm sorry if I seem a little bit low energy. Honestly, the depression has been really depressing on me, okay? It's been compression, depression on me. My body is being squashed by mental illness. So if I seem like a little bit sort of like, that's probably why I don't feel well. But I hope you're doing well. I hope you're striving and thriving. I hope you're being beautiful. I'm sure you are. You're always gorgeous. It's like not even like an issue for you. You just like are effortlessly ethereal. That's just like who you are, Tiffany. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to check out Book of the Month, okay? Use code JACKET to get your first book for $5. It's such a good deal. Like a cup of coffee costs more, which is crazy. But anyway, also don't forget to hit subscribe because we talk about spooky shit, talk about creepy shit, we talk about vampire novels being horrifying and shit. Thank you so much, Tiffany. I hope you have a wonderful day. I will see you in my next one. Bye. I'll see you later, Tiffany. Thank you so much. Bye. Goodbye.
I'm sorry I let you down. I said some things that I never should have said, and I know you're hurting. But I've been somewhere else. I closed my eyes and all I ever saw was her.